Hi, I'm Alyssa Thoms. I am the Harvestime administrator over at the Eau Claire campus. Today is day 8 out of 40 of our fasting, and it is about fixing it. So let's just jump right in. It's all about grief, this whole chapter, how to feel and what to do and how you can help others and how to navigate grief through this lens of your faith, right? It starts sort of with miracles for today. God gives these miracles that he puts them on for today. A good example of this that I personally read recently is in Exodus, when God provided manna, the food and the bread, to the Jews when they were going through the desert. And he did not provide them with a crazy amount of food. He provided with them for the exact amount that they needed that day. And if they ended up keeping it, overnight because they were afraid they wouldn't get enough or whatever, it was really bad. They got maggots and it just went bad. And so when he provided that miracle, he wanted them to depend on him for day after day, unless it was the day before Sabbath, which then he provided exact amount for 2 days, and it didn't go bad. So this great quote regarding this in this book: tomorrow's needs and storms cannot void the reality of today's miracles any more than today's miracles can void the potential of tomorrow's needs and storms. Pastor Kim has a great example of when one time he was in Israel and he was being shown around. Someone was giving him a tour. And of course he asks, well, we're talking about Lazarus, where's his tomb, And their response is, which one? He died twice, right? So eventually he died and stayed dead in this world, right? So the miracle of him being risen back up from the dead did not negate that for any future of him dying. It was for that day. Lazarus was raised up and then he died again. This can be frustrating. It can make you ask, where is God? And the book gave a great example of this pregnancy that was divine. It was not supposed to happen. They weren't supposed to have kids, and then they got pregnant, and it was a miracle. God made a miracle. This was wonderful. But then what happened was this woman miscarried, and that can be really frustrating. As a Christian, you might want to defend God and get excuses for him and try to defend his honor, but sometimes it can make it worse. Or you try to make good with the family, right? Someone passes away and you're trying to console that family. You're at the funeral and you say things like, God picks his favorite flowers in his heavenly garden, or at least they're no longer in pain, or I can't even imagine what you're going through. They all come from a good place, but you're trying to fix something. It's really difficult to say if that fixes it or helps, and I know it's an uncomfortable thing to deal with people's grief and you want to fix them because you care about them. But really, today, not even just today, but let the morning mourn, right? It's not about fixing things. Fast fixing things today. Let the broken be broken for a day, be it a tool or a heart. That's today's. And then this last quote I just have to leave you with. Let the morning mourn. Grant those who grieve the dignity to ask questions. Bestow upon the bewildered permissions not to edit their honesty. Crucifixion is, after all, serious work. It's all right to grieve.